I don't know when I'm going to post this. It really doesn't make a difference. Yeah, I like looking at my muscles. Um, I can put this in the Learning Specialist series. You know, the last couple of years I've spent looking for a PhD faculty that would be a good fit for me to just bring the world my theory so that when what's coming kind of has stabilized and there's equilibrium in the next attempts at stabilizing a proto-society for the descendants that are left over, is I'm going to have left this, right? Left my theory that says these are the things you need to focus on, otherwise you'll keep repeating the same history, and that means you are really not solvable as a failed people primate species. So when I study these faculties of PhDs, is what I find is they're not suited for the scientific method, is what I did. So now I'm like looking at bachelor's degree. Can you believe I'm lowering? Because I got a diploma that is graduate, which means it's second cycle. Bachelor's is first cycle. And so what I'm doing now is I'm looking for bachelors that are in the field of work that is the most therapeutic for me, and that also might allow for more self-employment. But again, if they expect to get me in a lot of debt or to raise a large sum of money for this bachelor's degree, I'm sorry, I'm going to say after I've been accepted and everything's good to go, I'm going to say I can't afford to go. And then if they try to set me up with loans, I'm sorry. I mean, how am I going to pay back these loans when I've documented also years and years and years of not getting work, even as a volunteer, but paid work that requires less education than I already have and than I will have after this. So again, it's more proof of the devolution of our species and that I was born too late, because all social tipping points for possible humanism or self-correction were passed even before I was born, and there's more evidence for it. It's sad, but the thing is I never give up. And by the way, my worldview is ecocentric, which means I'm not trying to save my species. I'm trying to save the biosphere from my species. And if I can help my species along the way, sure, why not? The thing is I have an ally to save the biosphere, which is the biosphere. The biosphere has a lot of cybernetic systems that will be taking care of us. Of course, there's no way that it won't have to start from a lower level because of us. Like, we will be devolving the biosphere, as we've devolved ourselves. So it'll be restarting, but I don't think it'll be damaged to the way that it'll, remove the cybernetic systems that self-corrects or that are ways for the biosphere to protect itself. So I'm not worried, because in a way I could retire or die and the biosphere is still going to do its own thing for self-defense from its invasive species, which is us all through the planet. We evolved here, but somehow we've never still acknowledged HSD and what it's done to our abilities of cognition. And then we've suddenly started acting like an invasive species. Like, really, we were dropped here by extraterrestrials. Like, I'm not saying that's what happened, but that's what it looks like. If extraterrestrials came, their first hypothesis would be, who brought you guys here as an invasive species? And then, of course, it wouldn't take them long to say, oh no, you actually evolved here. We've never seen this. We've never seen a species that keeps stabbing its womb and never having a plan B about where to go.